Yes, people. Yes, people. I've been your host, the most, the Bridge 258, here today to, as usual, give you the latest Chelsea transfer news. Here we go, as I like to say. Well, to one sec, I just borrowed that from Fabrizio, really. It's a bit more easier to use, a lot more nicer to use anyway. But, guys, we are here, we are live. We're here to talk about some football. Again, slow news day, I would say, but I think today the expectation, really, as I've said before, was that the club would make the official announcement in regards to Enzo Maresca coming to Chelsea Football Club. Obviously, that currently hasn't been the case. Big up to you, bro. But I thought maybe it's 8 o'clock. You never know if Chelsea they might do a nice little 8 o'clock dagger. Obviously that hasn't happened yet. But in any case, we still got a lot to talk about. So obviously, you got to talk about some of the breaking Olise news that's happened in regards to him possibly choosing, choosing Chelsea over Manchester United. There's actually been a bit more details in regards to Osimhen's possible move, on the Osimhen move to Chelsea and why it's kind of gone off essentially. And obviously, the last bit is in regards to Maresca, but I think there's been some more news while I've been speaking to you guys in regards to Chalobah and him looking more and more likely actually to be going to Bayern, and also the fact that our guy Ian Matson more than likely also going to none other than but BVB. So it is what it is. But listen, you got a lot of stuff to talk about. Big up to Aya, big up to my guy Kishtek, big up to Daniel as usual. He says I would sell Sterling and get Michael Olise. Fair enough. Peace, bro. Peace to you too. Nice to see you here as usual, Rubdos. But I'm gonna start obviously the first news I want to talk about, and that is of course in regards to Mr. Olise. Now let me present that for you guys. Let me know, of course, if it's too big or too small. But here we go. Bish bash bong. Big up to my guy EE. Big up to my guy Secret Scout. My guy, my baller. Again, guys, make sure to continue to like, share, subscribe. As I always say, I really like to do that stuff because I much prefer to talk about the football. This helps out the channel to grow more and to bring it more to more people. Simple as that, really. I don't really care about the rest, but we move. All right, guys, let's start. So obviously this is from The Scoop. He says Manchester United fear they could miss out on prime transfer target Michael Olise, with Chelsea growing increasingly confident of securing the Crystal Palace star signature. Chelsea confidence largely stems from recently appointed director of recruitment Joe Shields' long-standing connection to the Frenchman. The recruitment specialist was responsible for bringing Olise to Manchester City at a young age and has maintained a close relationship with the winger ever since, a potential determining factor in Olise's eventual destination this summer. So again, obviously this is the thing. Obviously we're speaking about Olise again. We listen, the Olise Nation, we know, man. I can show you quickly, yeah. This guy Olise, I've been watching him back in the when he started at Crystal Palace, yeah, and been watching ever since. I had my eye on this guy way beforehand, so I've always been a big fan of him. And honestly, for me personally speaking, when it comes to Olise, just a quality player. Yes, obviously this season hasn't been great in regards to the injuries he's received, but look, boys, he's quality. And again, at Chelsea Football Club, man, if we always bring in more quality breeds more competition. And that's what we need, bro. We need to bring in more competition, more quality. Again, we've got a place for him on the team anyway. So listen, why not bring him in? I don't like this idea of like, oh, we got this guy, we got that guy. Listen, that doesn't matter. We'll just make it work. So listen, the thing for me, and I'm going to say this right now, I makes a point of it. Listen, if he's injury prone, we got Cole Palmer, to play that position. Guys, guess what? Listen, Madueke, still a backup option for us, more than likely this season. Listen, you've got to have 3 ballers in that position that you can choose from. That is, if anything, great talent, great analysis at the end of the day. Think about it like that. I always say that, man. Listen, having more talent that you can use for your team, yeah, is great. And at the end of the day, in regards to injury prone stuff, yes, he had that hamstring injury, but he had that hamstring injury obviously while he was at the under-21 tournament. Also, Roy Hodgson was continuously rushing him from injury because of the fact that he needed him. People seem to forget this here, but Roy Hodgson actually needed this guy to play, and he was trying to force him to make an early recovery, almost like someone, hey, at least my potch, yeah, you know what I mean, that we also know about. So hey, let's just think about it like that. Big up to my guy, Will. Well, I didn't know you were not made a thingy. I'll make sure to make that for you for sure. Get Eze instead of Olise. Eze is a much better at creating chances and counter-attacking. Joe, why not get both? Why not go for both, Joe? If you're a serious club, yeah, and you're not gonna go for a guy like Osimhen, or you maybe not even going for a top elite striker, bring in more creativity into the team. Why not having an Eze in the team? Why not have Eze and Olise? You can have, if you're playing a 4-3 formation, Eze can be one of your eights. That's all I have to say. He's not injury prone. Exactly. Thank you so much, Safa, for bringing up this well-needed point, by the way. Yeah, which people seem to be forgetting. He is not injury prone. It's just that Hodgson rushed him back because his job was always in danger. Look at the games he played under Glasner. Thank you. In Kuku, Olise, Palmer behind the striker. Mama me. That's what I'm saying. I feel like people seem to be forgetting this, by the way. This is the new way. This is the new hoops. We need to be getting ready for this, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know why people are surprised by this at the end of the day. Listen, guys were complaining. But we complained when we had Joko, Iron Robin, and someone else. The other gentleman, I'm forgetting him. We had him on the right one. But we complaining when you had Drogba, Torres, Torres, and Lloyd Cremy at one point in time. No, we're not worrying. At the end of the day, all this does is breed good competition, healthy competition, necessary competition. That's why you are a big club. This is Chelsea Football Club, bro. I don't know why it's become the idea of, we can't fit him in. Listen, we can fit him in. This is, you know what I mean? That's what we need to do. If we get Olise, then cannot double up on Palmer as they will. Yes, exactly. Good point by my guy Melusi and Bambo. Good point, my friend. I like that idea, bro. And listen, let me just, obviously I've got this here for us. I'll come back to you, of course. I love Eze. Yeah, I agree too. Will let me know if you'd like to come on or not. Obviously, you always have a space here. If we are a serious club, we couldn't be given Chilwell 200k. Listen, that was the ownership, that was not the directors of football. And to be honest, we didn't give Chilwell such a contract, by the way. You know, Chilwell's got 2 years left on his deal. I think people forget that, by the way. Chilwell's really got 2 years left on his deal now. You know what I mean? We extended his contract by 2 years. He only had 2 years remaining on his contract back in 2022. So that means his contract ends in 2026. So he's another one where potentially he might not be in the move in the summer, but quite soon he could be gone too, Joe. That's what I'm gonna say. Again, that's something to take into consideration. Chilwell could be gone a lot sooner than people think, by the way, because of that 2 year remaining on his deal. If I'm not mistaken. Again, someone can like obviously double check that for me. Get him. Yup. Who's more likely, selling Sterling or loaning Mudryk? You know what? Yeah, that's a good question. The problem for me is because they've actually spent real money on Mudryk, right? They will probably try to do everything possible to make sure that he works at the club. So I don't think a loan for Mudryk is actually that likely. However, selling Sterling might happen only and only if, it's more likely only and only if you sell him to somewhere within the London area. That's the only thing I would probably say. So again, that's something to consider there too. I would argue too. Big up to my guy Mike. Nice to see you here as always. It'll be easy to stop our stackers. Their left hand side is basically void. Again, this is where I think for me, you have to look at, maybe a Jackson, maybe an Nkuku is probably going to come into that section a lot more. I would argue. So again, that's probably what you're looking at. You want to have a Jackson there and then Nkuku left wing is there. Guys that can play the left wing and can play that really well and efficiently. So again, for me, you can get a lot of creativity there. We've seen how Jackson can play in that position. I think Kuku's played there quite well at RB Leipzig too. So again, we have good, strong options similar to almost an Olise and Palmer in that position too. And if anything, that actually gives the other left winger a much better opportunity. Now you know if you're a Mudryk, if you're even if I don't rate him as Sterling. Listen, you got opportunities now because they're going to be doubling. They're going to be so focused on the right hand side that by the time we switch the ball to you, you're going to have open space. You're going to be able to be a bit more direct. You're going to have a lot more directness. On that wing to be able to attack. So think about it like that too. That's another thing to think about as well. So hey ho, listen, I'm just providing other alternative opinions and options in that regard. So again, we'll see. Yeah, send me the link, bro. I'll hop on for a minute. All right, bro. I'll make sure to do so. Give me one hot moment while I just answer some of these questions. Palmer false nine next season. Streets will forget Middlesbrough away. Oh my lord. Listen, Summer Surfer, man. I'm not talking on that one still. Olise sounds good, but he needs to fight for a place where Noni and Palmer. And don't forget, Estavao and Pioneers will be joined in the next 12 to 18 months. Why drop 70 million Olise to block their paths? Okay, so Vic. Good question. Now, in my personal opinion, this is what's probably going to happen. You're probably going to have the thing about Chelsea is that we have a lot of the players we're trying to buy are positionally malleable. What that means is they can play multiple positions. Olise can play in the 10, he can play in the right wing, right? Madueke is probably going to be the backup to whoever's going to be the starting right winger. I also would argue that Esteban Paez are not going to be available until next season. Even though this is 2025, they could be coming in January, February, March, April, within that period when they turn 18. I think it's more likely that they're going to probably start in the 2025-2026 season. And I think for me, when that time comes, they're not going to be straight stars. They're not going to be straight into the team. So, and Olise can still be there, still be maintaining his starting spot, can still change positions if need be. And again, it's all about building competition for me personally. It's not going to be blocking their path, I would argue, at the end of the day. So it is what it is. The reason why I'm saying we can't fit him in is nowadays players think about their careers. Back then they played for the badge, so food. I hear you, bro. But again, the reason where I would disagree with that statement is this, yeah. Where I would disagree with the statement is this. If you're paying them good money, they don't care, bro. If you're paying them good money, and if you show them a pathway, which I think Chelsea would most definitely be able to show these guys a pathway. So again, I find that to be slightly disingenuous in that school of thought. Chelsea will find them a pathway to come into that football club. So again, I slightly disagree on that one. But give me one moment, guys. I've got to bring up some other stuff for you in regards to Olise while I'm speaking. Yep. Big up to my guy Abdisalam Prime. Nice to see you, my brother. Long time no see. If you get Olise Sahib, it's game over because Palmer will play Cam right next to Olise, and they will. Yes, that's what I'm saying. People don't realize, yeah. I'm seeing the link up play there. You know what I mean? You can potentially have Reece James, Gusto, or Augusto, Palmer on Olise on the right hand side, bro. Switching around, making moves. You got three guys that are very good going forward in attack. Mamma mia, man. Incroyable. You know what I mean? Oh my god. I said, I think you couldn't even say the French word correctly. But we move. Chilwell's contract section was overseen by the directors. Oh, was it? Fair enough. You know what? I was wrong, sir. I was wrong, good sir. Indeed. Big up to my guy 2007 Blue. What happens to the likes of Lavia, Enzo, and Moises if we have Olise and Kuku Palmer in the mix? Again, this is the Premier League. We probably, particularly in the team that we have, there's going to be a lot of games that are going to be played. So there's probably going to be a lot of switching that's going to be occurring. So I don't think that's necessarily a problem at the end of the day. And I think from what I've heard, he plays a 4-3-3, of course, but he can also play a 4-2-3-1. So again, you can switch around. You can have Enzo Caicedo for one game. Maybe if you feel like, I want to be a bit more defensive, you can go for maybe a Lavia and a Caicedo. There's options that are available again. Sterling will stay because Maresca knows him and he understands that Maresca. Mudryk is a risk here, in my opinion. Do you know what it is, though, Vic? Yeah, the point I would make to you on that regard, yeah, is that whilst that's true, I think for me the problem is they spent money on Mudryk, innit? That's the difference. They spent actual peas on Mr. Mudryk. That's the difference. The moment you spend money and you want to get money back from this, or even you want this guy to perform well, that's the difference. They haven't spent money on Sterling. That's the thing. They haven't spent money on Sterling. So they spent money on Sterling, but it was for Tuchel. This guy, Mudryk, is more important to them, I would argue, than a guy like Sterling. And particularly on the wages that Sterling is on, they would more than likely be like, get this guy out of here. That's what I'm going to say, man. Big up to my guy, Keyshawn. Nice to see you there as usual. Sell Sterling, but his wages are too high. I don't want to give him up on Mudryk. A fast-paced winger will be Salah PTSD. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Payet is going to be an 8. Good point by Summer Surfer. I'd prefer to go for Eze for the left. That's actually a good option, by the way, Keyshawn. I actually like that idea. Again, we have options in Nkuku and Jackson. If you want to bring an actual left winger that can play that position too, Eze is a great option to have there as well. again, yeah. Big up to my guy, Egregious Monks makes a great point. They can be understudies. Exactly. That's what you want them to be. At the end of the day, they're going to probably be understudies at the end of the day. So it's not much of a problem at all. It's called fucking competition. Real Madrid does that, and Barcelona used to do it. Used to do that. Chelsea used to do that too back in the day. 100%, I agree. Olise is about 6-7 years older than Willian and Paez. Is that clear progression? There is a clear progression plan. I agree with that too. We need as much quality of the left as we do on the right. This I agree. The issue that I have is that I don't know if they like trust in the progression of Mudryk too much, and then they're thinking maybe they're giving like Sterling another chance because of the contract that he's actually on. That might be the case as well. But like I think for me, not going after a left winger is kind of like, I understand like the market. Kvaratskhelia is going to cost you a lot of money if he was an option. Leao's going to cost you a lot of money. Nico Williams is going to cost you a lot of money. So I don't know. Like, unless their scouting department, which I would like to think Chelsea's got a good scouting department, considering the type of talent they're trying to bring in, they should be able to bring in someone that's able to do that job for them quite well. So it's kind of surprising me at the end of the day. So we'll see on that one for sure. I like these ways in sports. If you're good enough, yes, exactly. We should be spending our money wisely. We need more and more time on the ledge. Joe should be bringing him in, although injury is a concern. I think for me, again, in regards to the injury stuff, I don't really mind. Injury-wise, again, for me, listen, you got Palmer there at the end of the day. You can always switch. We have enough players where if Olise does have to go out, we've got enough quality there to still replace him. That's what matters most for me personally. Olise Palmer, yeah, we said that already. Man said Reece James love, does he know? Oh my god. You are always on smoke for this guy, bro. Like, what's going on, man? I love my guy, bro. Let him rest, bro. Big up to my guy, 207 Blue. Joe says Mudryk and Sterling cost the same. Forgive him. We could be very on side of the attack. We aren't. But this is what I'm saying, by the way, Keishon, I agree with you, my friend, by the way, on this, yeah. I'm surprised. I think the problem, I explained it earlier, the market right now, Kudus, I don't know if it's like his release clause is activated this summer, because I know West Ham said he's got a release clause, or there was like news in regards to his release clause, but I'm surprised personally that, obviously there's nothing that's been announced, nothing that's been spoken about in regards to a left winger. The last time we heard about a left winger was Nico Williams. So again, I'm surprised by that one too. Just thought about that Gusto and Olise link up would be fine. That's what I'm saying, man. Stop thinking about the names and focus on the profile. How it works in the Maresca tactics, falls, assess, and you'll see my viewpoint. Do you know what it is, Vic? Yeah, I understand what you're coming from. More than likely, someone like a Reece James or Gusto more than likely invert, right? Or it will probably be whoever's on the left-hand side. I think for me, again, Olise is very good 1v1. He's a very good passer. You have Palmer in that position too. So again, I don't think that necessarily is an issue. Again, if he's got the skills to pay the bills, I think that's all right. Again, if it's the club probably wants it more so than anything. So it is what it is. Big up Will, by the way. Hope you do well, my friend.
Hey, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
Yeah, I agree, Kusho, bro. We're never going left unless, again, I've not heard about any left wingers. The last one left winger we heard around, bro, was that Nico Williams was too expensive. I'm hearing that PSG are hitting 100 million for Kvaratskhelia, a guy that's not even had a great back-to-back season, by the way. And then you've also got my guy, Leao, who didn't have a great season either, who's probably going to be worth more than 100 and something million. So then after that, who's next? Kudus, but I don't even know if Kudus release clause is active. And then so again, this is like where the issue comes for me. Like personally, I had the hot take of Yeremy Pino. The problem was Yeremy Pino sadly got his ACL torn early in the season. I think if Yeremy Pino played this season, he could continue on this progression. The club probably would have been in for him more than anyone else, and I think they would. But sadly, he's not available either. So the left wing market is not a great market, I would say, as of right now. I know Somerville. We've heard about Somerville links, but until we know that's official or something's happening on that one, I ain't hearing anything on that. That's so Curry Pryor. I think we'll go for Somerville and Olise. Fair enough. I hope my club's not thinking, but I'll give it. Oh, well, listen, man. I'm in the same camp as you, but life is life, innit? You know what I mean? And Kufu can fit the role of the left wing. He did decent enough this season. Olise has the injury issues in the past. Fair enough. The skill may pay the bills, but can it pay the mortgage? Oh my
god!
Prime, bro. What is going on, man? What is going on, Prime, man? Chelsea, we do have a great scouting department because Joe Shields. Yeah, I agree. Vladimir's Prime. You know why you fraud. These attacking potentials of our left side could be unleashed with more offensive left back signings. Again, Bradley Loco. I'm telling you, the streets know. Ahmed Abdi League, but fullbacks, they're elite.
Mid. I'm joking. I'm taking the piss. I don't know anything about Bradley Loco. But...
Listen, Mike Majors, I'm telling you, man. Gusto, I was the one that spoke about him before everyone else.
No, that's a lie. I guarantee I knew of him before you.
Listen, Joel, listen, you may have known him before me, Will, but guess what? I was the one to mention him first. So you can hold that, buddy. You can hold that, buddy. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, my two choices were him or Porro. So either way, I would have won. So
all right, Prime, I'll send you the link if you'd like to come on. The problem, you know what the issue is, Keyshawn? I thought that's what the target would be, but I don't know if you read the news. They're saying that the issue they have with him is wages. So this is like my problem. Like I know that obviously because Athletic Club, they don't usually use their money on transfers. What's it called? Yeah, they don't actually use like transfer money. They spend it usually on wages. I get that, but like it's just really annoying, bro. It's just like can you not really give this guy 210 or like 220k like a week? Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, because I thought we were going to go for him, to be honest.
That's the reason why they're not going for him, by the way, because I checked how much he earns at Athletic Club. I think he earns something like 200 to 210k a week, and they find that to be too expensive. That's and again, guys, this is something else you need to remember. There's also other things in regards to like guys like Osimhen who are coming to, who allegedly, by the way, we're also not going in for because of the moolah. So again, there's a lot of stuff that's been like that we're taking into consideration. Again, the 150k a week max thing, like that's our max contract. You know what I mean? If you know US terms, like that's the max contract we're giving out. So that's why again I've always said we need to think within that bound. I think Chelsea's the maximum spend Chelsea would do, unless they believe you're going to be the elite of the elite, is 45 million euros, which is 40 million pounds. That's the max that they're planning to go towards. If you're not elite or they don't believe in you that much, they're not willing to go that above you. That's why guys like that's why they went for that guy. What's his name? Is it Esteval? Yeah, they went for 60 million euros for Esteval, which is a 30, right? So that's one guy they truly believe in. Obviously, they've gone after my guy Mudryk for that similar price point, Enzo and Caicedo. Other than that, they don't believe in you at all. So that's for sure. William earns 250k a week for a guy who no way in hell deserves more in wages. All right, that's Curry. Osimhen finished top 10 in Ballon d'Or last year. When you're willing to a club like us, these guys are going to have to learn that. Joe, the issue is, bro, I hear you. I hear what you're saying, but the problem is the club clearly are not thinking like that. Their thing is 150k is the max that we're giving out, Joel. A big club shouldn't think like that, but that's what they want. Like, this is why, again, yeah, whenever I say transfers or bring up guys, I have to think about it, yeah, within the actual format of which they're trying to give us. That's what I'm saying. Like, the only guy that is on crazy wages at this football club right now is my guy, Reece James. And remember, Reece James' contract, by the way, was given before the directors even came in. Let that be known. You know what I mean? I'd even go for take a Bailey, a Chiesa, or Grealish. They looked at Chiesa, by the way, and we've not heard about my brother since.
I can't lie. I don't even know what's really been happening in the Chelsea news recently.
Yeah. Big up to my guy Ted Lanky. Says Chelsea need to get Calafiori. Calafiori is a great player. Let's not get it twisted. But with these Italian guys, you know what I mean? Sadly, they always stay in Italy. So that guy's Juventus bound, bro. He's going with his sensei, bro. He's going back to his sensei, bro. Sadly, so it is what it is. Yeah, we didn't pay Nkunku this 200k wages and didn't give him if it wasn't for Bilbao. Again, Nkunku happened before the directors came in. Happened way before the directors came in. That was under Bowley, and Bowley made that deal happen. By the way,
yeah, that was agreed.
Yeah.
World Cup.
Yep. So, again, Sterling also, I think Osimhen, yeah, he's going PSG. He's going PSG, bro. I'm telling you, I can see it happening. PSG are probably going to do a double deal for Kvaratskhelia and Osimhen to PSG. I can see that happening right now. You know what I mean? That's an Ahmed Adli done deal, maybe. Might stop calling it like that.
A done deal, maybe. Yeah, nice.
Done deal, maybe. Reece James, Fafana, and Chilwell all on short term. But again, Fafana, Summer with the owners. Reece James with the owners. Chilwell, I think Chilwell happened. Chilwell, the reason why he got the wage increase is because they were trying to extend his deal for 2 years because he only had 2 years remaining. Again, Chilwell's contract ended in 2026. So he's someone, you know, sneakily might be on a chopping block that people are not deep in, by the way. That's all I have to say on him.
No, they're keeping Chilwell.
No, I think Chilwell, he's someone where he's probably got he's probably got 2 years left. They'll give him 1 more year, which is this season upcoming, but he's gone next summer, essentially.
Yeah, but I'm talking about this summer because apparently Kukureya's on the chopping block.
Fair enough. Then.
You know what? Yeah, speaking of what you were saying, man, I agree, man. That guy's nicking a living from our club.
Fair enough. Grealish, come on, let's be serious.
You know who I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about, RJ. we hear you. But, you know, he says, Grealish, come on, let's be serious. Again, I think for me, Grealish isn't a bad player, right? The problem is with Pep has obviously limited the way he plays to suit his style of play, right? Let's be honest. He's the thing about Grealish. Grealish used to like to get the ball from the left, then he would actually move into the right, move into the center. That was his whole thing. He was the guy who used to do the pass before the pass, essentially, right? That was one of the big things about Grealish. So he's not necessarily doing that there. I wouldn't mind Loriente from Sassuolo for extremely cheap because they just got relegated. He's an interesting option. I've watched Loriente, but listen, the club ain't going for him. I'm just going to be so honest.
Oh, Ahmed, did you hear that we're trying to sign Pedro Lima? He's a 17-year-old rapper.
Yesterday, I did a stream on yesterday. I went into FB Ref for Pedro Lima, and there was no data on him. There was no date on him. I was so confused. I was like, how come there's no date on this guy? You're going in for 7.5 million. We should have let Chilwell's contract run down. Fair enough. They really signed Chilwell with that extension because of the English BS. Oh, I think he'll talk about the what's the word I'm looking for? The English
quota.
English quota, exactly. Thank
you.
But
that's never a problem for Chelsea when it comes to English quota because
to be fair,
we have so much academy players that are English anyway. That the English quota has never been a problem for Chelsea.
Ahmed, would you take Fabrizio Bruno from Brazilian Flamengo at Chelsea? Again, sadly, I have good knowledge of football and players, but my scouting department at Brazil does not exist yet. I know I haven't got foundations yet built in Brazil. I don't have my scouting department yet in Brazil, so I can't give you a right answer at that one.
He doesn't have the facilities at Brazil yet.
Not yet, man. No Brazilian facilities, I'm afraid, guys, right now. So, and maybe next year. Sterling's are much better than Grealish now. Fair enough, Joe.
Huh?
That's
Sterling better than Grealish, I just hear.
That's what he said. No. Why don't? Okay, fair enough. No. Pep manager Messi, a person who needs freedom but didn't limit him. Also, look at Doku, isn't looking limited. Still does saying Doku. I say Grealish is just not the guy. Fair enough. Fabrizio Bruno rejected West Ham. Did he? Damn. Ahmed doesn't have the facilities for that big man. Yeah, currently I don't have the facilities for that big man. I'm afraid. But actually, since I've got Prime here, I want to talk about Prime's favorite guy. You know what I mean? Some call him, where is it? Have I just missed him out completely? All right. Here we go. And this is from the Standard, Nick Perwell of the Standard, right? Why is there increase? Why is there? Apparently, according to the ITKs and the sources, because apparently, it seems that Joe Shields is doing the Lord's work behind the scenes to be able to get him, Mike Majors. So, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you know what? Keith ain't even lying, bro. Yeah, he's clear. He's clear of him. He's clear of Sterling. No doubt, man. That's what I'm saying. Also, and I'm going to bring up some stuff about Sterling which DiMarzio spoke about, by the way, and that is that Chelsea are not thought to be keen on paying Victor Osimhen's 113 million release clause. They are not thought to have progressed in their long-term interest in him at this stage. And there was also some other stuff that actually came out, which is from DiMarzio, right? And let me just bring that out for you guys to read too. And here we go. So this was it. The negotiations for the Lukaku-Osimhen exchange did not take off. Osimhen is interested in Arsenal, and then he further goes on to talk about on what Lukaku could end up, Syria or Saudi Arabia. Dimarzio also mentions Chelsea didn't find an agreement with the salary in a meeting with Osimhen's agent. So what's happened is Chelsea themselves probably started having discussions with Osimhen's agent about the wages, which clearly, obviously they weren't happy with whatever he came back with. They were already previously more than likely probably tentative about the fact that they were going to have to spend 113 million on him just to release the release clause, or probably a bit slightly more higher in order for that to take place, which they probably weren't happy about either. So, and as such, they've probably taken a step back from him. That's probably what the likely scenario of what has happened is. I don't know if you guys agree or not. Now, in regards to the wages, if I'm Osimhen right now, you're probably asking what 320, 350k a week, probably. That's probably what he's demanding, by the way. I don't know about you guys. Prime, you're probably like the guy that's most knowledgeable when it comes to Osimhen out of all three of us.
Why is it? Why do you think I'm the most knowledgeable?
I can't lie.
I'm Nigerian and he's Nigerian.
I've watched about 12 Napoli games this year. So.
I know, but Victor not Victor. Prime is Nigerian. That's his guy. So I feel like if I was to speak to any source in regards to the Osimhen news,
can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear. You can hear, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Okay, cool. Victor, the Arsenal links aren't real. There's been these fugazi links to Arsenal, basically all season I've been seeing. So I don't really believe that's real. I get it. The wages will be a lot per se, but this summer, this whole wage cap thing that we're apparently doing this summer, you're gonna have to break it for certain players if we want to raise the quality and the experience of our squad, or not our squad. Sorry, our first. You're unfortunately gonna have to break it. There are not many proven ready-made strikers available in Europe.
100%, bro.
Haaland's at City. We can't get him. Isaac, I don't care what people may think about Newcastle's FFP situation. Isaac's not leaving. Who else is there?
No Isaac, Gyökeres, again. I've said before, if you're thinking about anyone, I've maintained, by the way, this is my Ahmed had the hot take. Yeah. Alexander Sorloth from Villarreal, or even a Dobrik from Girona. Those are the two options.
Dobrik maybe, but Dobrik won't suit us. Look at Sorloth. He's not I don't want to spend another summer or another season buying a striker that is almost that needs more development, because by that case, just keep Jackson. I'd rather keep Jackson than get.
But the thing is, Sorloth, I feel like Sorloth is I would disagree. Sorloth's had back-to-back. I would disagree on Sorloth. I think Sorloth's had back-to-back great seasons.
Entering his prime. He's entering.
Yeah, and plus the thing about Sorloth, 28 years old, entering his prime, high quality. But he was almost back-to-back top scorer in the league, if I'm not mistaken.
How many goals?
He scored 23 this season, and I think last season he scored 20. I think
in what league?
This is La Liga that he scored it in. So again, this is why for me, by the so last season, the season before was Sociedad, and then this season it was Villarreal. This is why, bro. Again, I feel like for me, he's actually an option where he's entering his prime. He's got a great link-up play. Is a good scorer, good shooter too. He's tall, can play the target man role if necessary. So he's almost got I would say a bit more of a holistic option in my personal opinion.
I don't think we need a big target man.
No, but I'm saying that he provides multiple options, bro.
No, yeah, I hear that, but I think Osimhen can also do that target man stuff. I think get a striker that suits Maresca's system. I don't even know necessarily. Does Osimhen fully suit? I don't think so, but I don't think so. From what I've read, unless Maresca is going to be flexible with how he plays, I don't know. But maybe go get Gyökeres. From what I've seen about Gyökeres, he more so suits the system.
Fair enough. I'm going to answer these questions. I'm going to come back to your question. Yeah. He says, let's take a point on Solanke. The problem with Solanke again is that Solanke is going to cost you upwards of 80 to 90 million. They are literally going to fleece you for Solanke, by the way. There's no denying that in my mind. Sort of the guy I tried Chris. Yeah, but that was when he was younger, bro. I'll be honest, man. It wasn't easy being at Crystal Palace like 5-6 years ago. You know, it wasn't easy in those streets.
Oh,
They were literally playing
Ahmed, how many goals did he score this season?
He scored 23 this season in
And
La
how
Liga.
much did he score last season?
I think he scored 20. No, did he not? Because I know he had a really great.
He scored 12.
My apologies, then my bad. I thought because I heard he scored quite a few. My apologies. You know what? I have to hold my hands up on that one. I thought he scored.
So hold on.
My bad.
Hold on. So you have no scout network in Brazil, and your scout network in.
Hey, the Spanish one's about
your scout network.
We're not doing that here, man. We're not doing that here. You know what I mean? We're not doing that here. We're not doing that here. Let's get serious. Let's get serious.
Your scout network.
All right, Dion ranking.
Daisy.
No, that was my bad, innit? It was actually my bad. I forgot about that actually. I must have been thinking about it in total, like in all competitions. Dion ranking will be better than James and Gusto, but look at us selling for pure profit and getting a mid left back. Dion Rankin, the thing again, if Dion Rankin is good, we'll be hearing about him being the new left back, starting left back, bro.
Huge Dion Rankin.
I think he's a Cobham kid, if I'm not mistaken.
For all more Cobham guys, man.
Osimhen or Olise, find a smart transfer fee and call it a window. The problem is, Monk, and this is Armin Abdi telling you this. We probably need to go after a goalkeeper and left back, another winger, I would argue, for the left wing. If we are, and plus Olise and a striker, right? So that's 5.
Ahmed. Oh my God.
Did I do anything crazy? What happened? Right? So again, that's something.
I'm sorry.
All right. I'll let you. All right. I'm gonna put him on mute temporarily while he calms down. 15 goals and 22 starts for Osimhen in Serie A. Again, that's good. But I think the issue I have is that again, all of this stuff we're speaking about when it comes to Osimhen, all well and good, right? But is he gonna fit the system? I think for me, the one of the reasons they probably are a bit more apprehensive of doing that price point for a guy like Osimhen is probably because of the actual money you're gonna have to spend on. Sorry, is the money you're spending on him gonna be a sure fit? Is he gonna fit that system too? Right. So that's all I have to say.
No, but if that's the case, if they're worried about spending big money, instead of going for all these other development strikers, just trust Jackson for another season or two.
Exactly.
But yeah, you were talking about Sorloth. Yeah, he is a one-season wonder because Sorloth, not last season, but the season beforehand, he got 12 in the league and 16 in all comps. So Ahmed,
fair enough. Chelsea are treating the striker position like the GK position, wasting money on potential and then having to spend money to rectify the need down the line. You know what, Adrian? That's a good take, bro. I think the issue though is that the guy that's surefire is Osimhen, but is Osimhen gonna fit the style of play that these guys are asking for? That's the question you have to ask yourself. And I think the thing for me is, if you are gonna get a guy like Osimhen, you have to build around him. If you're not gonna build around him and you want to build around a guy like our midfielder like Enzo, then that's where the issue. Therein lies the issue for me personally. But we move. Don't do the arrogant British thing with the league. England is a Ronaldo of the world. I'm not. I would like if you could clarify that, real gems. That would be a bit more perfect because I'm confused. 80 million for Solanke. Yeah, because big up to my guy Shiko one. Nice to see you for the first time. It's probably going to cost you that amount of money to get Solanke, by the way. Again, you have to always remember British. We always have the British thing of like where we always overrate our players, right? So then you've got that to include. Plus, the Premier League tax. Plus, then Solanke is probably actual value. I think Solanke is probably value right now in the market, probably 50 million.
Bro, he's not even better than Jackson. I can't.
But again, no, I get you, bro. But if you were to actually be honest about his actual value, probably be 50 million.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying if Jackson hit numbers this year at another club, at a team like Bournemouth, he'd be touted at 70 million. So
remember, he was about to go to Bournemouth, by the way. A lot of people
forget that. He failed his medical.
Jonathan Keyshawn, you know what it is, bro? I'm really confused about why is no one going for this guy, by the way. Like, clearly he's scoring goals in like League 1. I watch this guy, a lot of the time whenever I watch League 1 and he's scoring goals, but I'm like, why is no one going after him? Like, this is what I'm saying to you. Like, you see, for me, I'm worried. Is it like a Ziyech situation where like everyone's confused about why is no one going after Ziyech, and then the moment he gets bought by Chelsea, like people seem to find out the reason. I don't know, bro, because if it's not that, then I just don't understand why no one is going after him.
I could see him going to Italy, you know.
He probably would suit Italy, you know. He would actually cook at Italy. He would cook at Italy. I'll be honest.
I mean, Napoli signed Osimhen from there. Imagine they signed his replacement from there as well.
Yeah, that is true. Dion is a right back on loan for Exeter. He can play left back. Fair enough, yeah. Because I knew I'd heard the name from somewhere. The thing is, Malusi. The thing is Malusi. Again, if he's good enough, and apparently Maresca's got like an encyclopedic knowledge on all of our players, and he thinks Dion can do a job. We will see him in pre-season, and if he's cooking, he'll be the starting left back.
Yeah, Ahmed.
Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
You
Go ahead.
What happens if he gets? Does he have a plan B? Leicester.
Again, I think this
idea. System, I hear it, but like you say, figured out, but it seems like Ahmed wants to see a striker look like a certain shade. Yeah.
Joe, that's insane. That's insane.
And his plan B and stuff.
Yeah.
Every system eventually will get figured out, but it's about having the quality. Pep's system has been figured out numerous times, but you know what?
Yes.
They have the quality to override that. So, can you stop Haaland 10 times out of 10? No. Can you stop Grealish or Doku or Kevin De Bruyne? No. You have the quality, then it won't matter if you can figure out the system.
I just want to say quickly. I just want to say quickly. Real gems. Oh, so you clarified the statement. You always think the PL is the best by far. I don't say the Premier League is the best league. I don't know about you, mate. None of us say the Premier League is the best league by far.
He's talking about you like Premier League tards.
Yeah. The Premier League tards. You know what they're like, bro. Real gems. Like, listen, the Premier League is not the best league by far. Again, but we move. Where were we? So again, I just think going back to this is the one I want to do. Does Haaland fit the style of play at City? No, you can link up play, but every top club needs a sniper. But the difference is Ayakama. What happened? They have an actual system that fits him though, right? They actually they tweak themselves to make sure that Haaland can fit the whole team as a whole. The team is actually working to help Haaland score a goal, by the way. They literally it starts on the goalkeeper, and it usually ends with him putting the ball into the back of the net.
Yeah, he can just wait for a chance.
Exactly. So going back to this, Jonathan Davies industry. Oh my god, there's no such thing as industry plants footballers, bro. Why do Chelsea?
I rate Jonathan David, but the thing is,
I agree. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Like he's not. I don't view him as a striker. I think he's more of like a false nine. Like I think Arsenal he would suit because what Arteta wants from like Havertz and Jesus, Jonathan David can do that as well as put the ball in the back of the net. So
again, fair enough. Okay, fair enough. He says we should send Dion Rankin on loan to the Championship club at the start. Fair enough. Prime Maresca had Vardy, Daka, and Iheanacho.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you're gonna have different options there. I would say they're all different options.
But like if Maresca, if for whatever reason they can't break down a team, like all you have to rely on is like Winks and Chowdhury. We've got Enzo, Palmer, and Cuckoo, Reece James if he's fit, Jackson, quality. Like we've got the individual brilliance that if for whatever reason the system's not working on the day to still win games. So we'll be fine.
Yeah, I agree with that. 110%. But guys, I just want to quickly, lovely jubbly move on, right? And to continue to go back to the topic of the striker situation. And again, I just think for me, the striker options out there right now, you're not gonna get. No, listen, I watched the Italian league. If I was trying to be a dickhead about the Italian, that's not. No. Okay, maybe Dave said it in the chat, but I don't know. Listen, like Prime is a number one Osimhen fan. Like, listen, we're not gonna hate on the Italian league. We're not like that, bro. Trust me, bro. Maybe if we said it, it might have been in jest. But
I think I don't know about like I've watched about I've watched countless Italian league games. It's so accessible.
Yes, I have watched. Yeah, I've watched Swansea City. They were actually a pretty good team back in the day.
Like French and Italian football, so accessible in the UK. It's actually more accessible than the fucking Premier League at times.
It's actually no, it actually is. You know, French. It's just on TNT, bro. What's it called? On Discovery Plus. Easy
Sunday
peasy
night,
to watch.
man. Sunday night.
Listen, Friday night, 7:45. Man, you know what I mean? League and football, we will be there no matter what, bro. But I'd argue he's perfect for us. Osimhen could just wait for Enzo, Palmer, James, and Gusto, and to create chances for him, and he would be a perfect if you deep it. I agree, bro. I can hear that statement. I just think again, I think it comes back to this, and I think Prime will agree when I say this. Yeah, do you guys believe? And this is the question I would ask you: is Osimhen worth the 113? Yeah, the 113 million that you're gonna probably have to pay. You're gonna, with the club, they don't want to pay the full release cost. They'll probably go 113.115, 116 just to do it in like certain options, right? Is he worth that? That's the problem we've got to ask yourself, bro. You know what I mean? And this is why, by the way, players kill themselves from getting possible transfers too. This is so like one thing. Yeah, I'll give credit to McAllister for was that McAllister at least had something in his contract where it was the release cost was so low that any top club that came in for him could have swooped in for him. Same with Kudus right now. You can make the same argument even with a guy like Olise, where the release clause is good enough such that the clubs don't have to overspend for a guy like them. But
is he worth over 100 million? No. However, there are only maybe a handful of players, if even that are actually worth over 100 million. Caicedo's not worth over 100 million. We paid that for him. Endo's not worth over 100 million. We paid that for him. Rice is not worth over 100 million. Arsenal paid that for him. The thing is, do you need that position? Is the player worth you signing? Yes, Declan Rice is worth Arsenal signing. Caicedo is worth Chelsea signing. Enzo will be worth Chelsea signing. Osimhen is worth Chelsea signing. So I don't care if he's worth over 100 million. Pay the money.
Players of quality and good high IQ should not be focused into a system. Fair enough, egregious Mark. Big up to my guy Blue Lounge, bro. Long time no see, my friend. He says Osimhen is worth every penny. Fair enough. Again, listen, I don't deny that. I don't actually even disagree with that statement, to be honest. I think the issue lies in the fact that I just don't think the club believe that. That's why I just think it is, sadly. The problem, I think, again, I will say this again, is that their metric probably of the value and then what the potential is probably what's stopping them from making that happen. And I think they want money for Lukaku too. Even if there was to include a swap deal, by the way, for this Osimhen deal for Lukaku, they probably want the money, the 38 million from Lukaku.
And then they'd just take it off of be like that.
Yeah, they probably want the money for him. That's the difference, by the way. Yeah, I know. It's looking like that. I think the Osimhen thing is going to be drawn out through the summer. Shake my head. You know what, bro? I think we'll see. Excuse me, personally. But if we find out, I think the Chelsea transfer new stuff will probably hot up a lot. Excuse me, a lot more this incoming week and the week after. And if that's before the Euro start, because the Euro start in 2 weeks, don't they, guys? Right, the Euro start.
Yeah, they start on the 14th.
Yeah, so that's literally in 2 weeks. So that's going to be That's going to be a week Friday, basically. Week Friday.
Oh, I can't wait, man.
Yeah, so again, a lot of clubs probably, if they're smart enough, they're going to probably try to get these deals like pre-done before the transfer window opens at that period in time. So again, you look at that, you think about that. We'll see what happens.
And not even just that, Chelsea also need to balance the book. So, guys, we're not going to sign anyone until we get rid of a lot of players.
Mm-hmm. So, apparently, we only need to sell one player. By the way, I don't know if you've had that. We only need to sell one player. One of Gallagher and what's it called, or Chalobah needs to be sold before June 30th. Apparently.
Wait, we only need to sell one player.
Yeah, apparently yes.
Why?
I don't know, bro, but that was the news that came out. We only need to sell one player, bro.
But there's no explanation as to why.
There's not really an explanation as to why. No, apparently for the PSR, we just need to sell one player. Yeah,
that's fugazi.
That's why they're trying to force Chalobah out. By the way, Osimhen can fit the Maresca system. Fans saying he cannot link up his BS. Plus, I've watched him carry a Nigerian team against our South Africa in the AFCON, creating chances for himself and others. Fair enough.
I'd rather up front for Chelsea.
Can never have enough match winners in your squad. 100%.
I would rather Jackson play up front.
Big up, big up to my guy Progressive Biwalia. Sorry if I've butchered your surname, but
Progress. Where'd you get Progressive from?
Okay. Sorry, apologies again for butchering your name, but Lautaro just signed a new deal, by the way, until 2029. New 5-year deal until June 2029. So he ain't going anywhere unless you try to pay a lot of money. Mike, that's correct. You need to make 25 minutes for PSR. If you guys don't like the video, fair enough. Chalobah over Gallagher, fair enough. CCFC Crown definitely has his favorite. Why only one plays? That will be easier then. Yeah, only one player for the season books, but the next season we'll still need to sell more players after July the 1st. Again, that's after July the 1st though. Keyword. Don't we have to? Apparently, it's not so. Apparently, from what I've been hearing, literally, I think Nick Purwell was like, we only need to sell one of Gallagher or Chalobah before June 30th. So that must mean we only need to sell at minimum. And plus, if the club is trying to say 25 million for him, then probably less how much we need. Auntie said we are fine this year. It's next year. Yes, PSR, so we don't have to sell before June 30th. 100%. Enzo Fernandez, it's criminal to know we rate Chalobah at 25 million and rate Bro high. That, by the way, that's criminal. That is criminal, by the way. That is absolutely said, and that's towards by the way, Blue Lounge, I agree with this, by the way. It is a terrible price. I actually think Chalobah is a £40 million.
At least, yeah.
At least 40, 45 million. You should be making that much money with him. Honestly, I was actually speaking about this yesterday on my stream about the Chalobah news. It's actually kind of disgraceful that we could only sell him for 25 million M's, by the way. 25 million M's. It's kind of crazy, bro. Like, Chalobah I think he's a suitable starter, I would say. Can be a good bench option for a top 6 side. Can play more positions for you, right back, centre back, even if you need be a CDM, hypothetically speaking. I'm kind of surprised about the price range the club has put on him personally. And this is what I'm saying, how can you ask for 25 to 30 million for Armando Broja, but be Chalobah 25 million max?
Because Broja is younger and more potential.
So that's it. So we're just saying the potential factor just increases 5 million more. EPL Touch got a question for you. I think this is for you, Prime. I think this is a good answer that you can give. Can someone explain why Osimhen is so highly rated, under 15 million with goals of 13, 10, 24, 15 league goals in the last 5 years? Have you got an answer to that question?
Can someone tell me why Mbappe is one of the best players of his generation when he's constantly flopped in the Champions League?
All right. Any Tosin updates? No updates as of yet, probably. But listen, again, we will see what happens with him. Again, I think he's someone where the situation, because he's got a bunch of other contract offers available, he's probably going to take his time, assess, and then we're going to move on. Why so Chalobah?
Don't skip that comment.
No, we're not doing that one.
Don't skip that. I don't get any praise. Okay.
You know what? Yeah, Frank, you legend. How about you that? All right. Why sell Chalobah if you're buying a new CV who's on the same horrible asset management? That's the thing. If you're signing someone that's gonna be, not as good or if not better than him, then that's what I'm saying, bro. Mike Major says Chalobah's age, versatility, and contract length. He should be at least 40 million, 110%, my brother. Speaking facts.
True, but Broja's younger than Chalobah and has more talent and potential. And plus, Broja is linked to bigger clubs. Who's Chalobah being linked to?
He was a Bayern at one point. I don't know if that's going to happen now because Tuchel's gone.
Well, apparently Bayern are in for him, by the way. That was according to Nick Power. That's actually something else I was going to bring up a little bit later on. But yeah, Brian is actually in for him too. So they're potentially more interested in Broja. Kind of crazy for me, bro. The thing about Broja has had a torn ACL, had back-to-back seasons where he's barely played. He's going to be losing some level of his explosiveness, which is part of his game.
Broja is still highly rated.
Yeah. So Cholo, if not valued by the board, Pochettino and Tuchel, who both linked to the Manchester United if Ten Hag is sacked, are both big fans of the player. Again, guy, that's going to be interesting to see. But again, I don't think, by the way, Ten Hag's getting sacked. Like at this point, it's kind of crazy that they're still having the job, to be honest. So as such, for me personally, I think Chalobah more than likely will still could still go to United if they believe that Branthwaite from Everton is too expensive for them anyway. So we favour Tosin. That's the update that came out 2 days ago. Oh, fair enough. Osimhen is massively overrated, by the way. To be honest, big up to 16 out of 10. Well, let's move on from that one quickly.
Ryan's the same guy that thinks that Lukaku is a better winger than Salah. So I don't really care what he thinks.
So Chalobah, Lukaku, Sterling, Gallagher, Hutchinson, that should reach 150 million.
Guys, I personally, question quick, by the way.
Go ahead.
We've offered a contract to Tosin, right? We've actually offered him one. Is that what the room? Is that what the report?
No, it's official. We've actually done that, by the way.
Is he better than Chalobah? Like,
no, he's not better than Chalobah. Can I ask what? Because I looked this up. I did.
1 second, Prime. Just quickly, I'll let you go. Just quick, Keyshawn, if you DM me on Twitter, so I can actually know, so I can actually like find you, and then I can just send you the link if you like. Just DM me.
I did a stream today, right? Like an hour or so ago. Doing like a player season ratings of every player, right? And I did it on my Twitch, so check it out, guys, if you want to. Cheeky little plug, Latimus Prime. I think it's Latimus Prime number 8, but whatever.
All right.
And I was going through it, and I went to Chalobah, right? And I talked about Chalobah. He's on 77k a week.
Even the extension, that's how much they already gave him.
Currently he's on 77k. Tosin's on something like 44k, something like that a week. Yeah. If we were to buy Tosin, say we bought him, what would, because you said we just offered him a contract, what were the wages? Do you know?
We don't know. So basically, it came from Sky Sports. They said literally, we've offered him a contract that's worth more than what Newcastle offered him. That's all we know.
What did Newcastle offer him?
I only asked the question because I'm not going to sit here and like, if I've watched a team or a player, like I'll say it, This season, I have watched maybe 2 Fulham games.
Exactly.
They're out of all the teams in the Premier League. I watched them a couple of years back when Palhinha signed for the first one to watch him because I liked him at Sporting. But this season, I've not watched them at all. So, and I know Tosin's played there for a couple of years before this year, but again, didn't really focus on watching him specifically. So I don't know if he's how good he is, to be completely honest.
Yeah, but exactly. I was trying to answer. Well, like Ahmed, do you know what Newcastle offered him in wages?
No. Again, we don't know. The report that came out again is that we've offered him
more.
We offered more. Yeah. That's all we know, bro.
Okay. So basically, so I know Chalobah's on. What did I say? Like 77k.
Yes, you said he was on 77k.
Tosin at Fulham. He's on something like 44k. I did this on my stream, and I was thinking because Tosin and Chalobah, I think they're both on the same level. They're both competent backup center backs for a big club, and I was thinking, okay, say Tosin comes because he's coming on a free.
Exactly.
We give him, let's say, even if we give him 70k, right? He's not gonna get more than what Chalobah got. And the signing on wages shouldn't be the signing on fee shouldn't be that much, really.
Of course, yeah.
And we're getting money from selling Chalobah, what, 25-30 mil?
Yes.
That makes it worth it. Even if you think Chalobah is a little bit better, the money that we're gonna get makes it worth it, in my opinion. So I'd do it. I think, even though I would rather keep Chalobah, but for the money, like, it's worth it.
Fair enough. Well, that's Prime's take on that one. I think the thing with Chalobah is that I've just come to the expectation that he's sadly going to get sold, and I just hope that replacement we bring in is just as is probably better than him. That's all I'm asking for. Only because of the fact of what's happened. Only because of the fact that I believe Fofana is like a broken goods right now. So that's all it is for me personally. Jet Me Record, thanks for coming along, bro. First time I've seen you here. He says, "What's your opinion on Murillo from Nottingham? Would you take him?" He's I think he looks like a very good, solid defender. That's something I would get.
He's definitely right, man.
and he's technically good. Again, he's probably if we're going for someone like Tosin, I don't think we're going and we get him. I don't think Murillo is gonna. I don't think we're gonna probably add Murillo into that.
He's
into the
their
team.
third as well, so I don't think.
Yeah. Again, let's let high quality IQ ballers on structure plans of attack with limited players. Okay, Ryan said Osimhen's overrated. Just proves that he's great. Well, thank you very much. Bro, I could even get in Fulham's team prime. What are you chatting about? The thing, Ed Kidd, by the way, to answer your question in regards to that. So, what Prime is saying isn't necessarily the fact they didn't get to Fulham's team. It's just the fact that
for myself.
If you like to, then go ahead. The floor's yours.
No, I don't want to speak for myself. You speak for me.
All right. As such, now going back to it, I think Prime is saying it's just that that level of how shall I say it? That level of evolution that he can probably go towards is still there. That's still high. The thing of a guy I think Prime is saying of Chalobah. Chalobah is probably near or probably at he's probably near the completion of his actual game. He's probably not gonna get any. Probably gonna be he's probably again gonna be a good top 6 backup centre back or starting option if need be, and that's pretty much it.
Bro, the only big club that wanted Chalobah is Bayern Munich, and that was under Tuchel, who people are calling a fraud, and Bayern currently are looking like a failed institution, as opposed to Armando Broja. He has last summer he was linked to Napoli. To replace Osimhen.
Exactly.
He's also linked to Monaco as well currently. Whether Chelsea fans rate him, I don't care. But
of course,
when you look at the wider world of football, they rate Broja as a talent. And the talent, hopefully, is still there. The Euros will be big for him, by the way. He plays for
Albania. This will be big for him. Exactly.
Getting them out of the group and stuff. This will be a big summer for him to be in the shop window. People, the football world still rates Armando Broja. So it'll be interesting to see where he moves and goes to. Just because he didn't do well at Fulham, who cares? And Guisa failed at Fulham, and he went to
and Guisa's failure at Fulham is kind of crazy when you see the way this guy is cooking in Serie A. By the way,
I've got relegated on paper.
Yeah, that team that got relegated for Fulham had Lookman.
Yeah,
Loftus-Cheek and Gisa
Tosin as well.
Tosin was in that one too. It's crazy, by the way. I'll big up to Arsenal Avenger. First time seeing you here, my bro. Nice to see you there too. Monaco want Bro. I'm ready for him to be gone. I kind of find it crazy though. Allegedly, according to Dakers Ben, that Bro wants to go to Saudi. You know what I mean? He wants to go to Saudi, bro. I was like, there's no Bro. Probably might want to go Saudi too. And I was like, he tried to do.
I
that's why I said allegedly. Keyword allegedly, right? So, if that is even the case, that's kind of you could probably make even more money with Broha because you could be like, look at the talent, you can probably juice a bit more also from the Saudi market to get him too. So, if we're selling Chalobah, does that mean we need to bring a defender on loan at Swansea? No, Bashir Humphreys, no, because apparently they're trying to bring in 2 defenders anyway. They're trying to bring in 2 centre backs apparently. That's the rumor. So if they don't rate Bashir Humphreys, then we'll have to see. But I don't think so. Checking in late, but I'm here for more Osimhen Cope. Up the Gooners. Big up Killer Red, man. Listen, if you get Osimhen, that means you're serious, I would say. If we say Gallagher is 50 to 60, then Trev has to be 70 at least, more experienced.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't. The problem is, Karma, the reason why Gallagher is at the price range you're saying is because of the season he's had. He's had his PB season, right? He's an English international. This is me giving, we need to give a bit more credit to Gallagher here, right? His PB season, scoring a few goals, everything like that. Playing for is an England starter at times, can be an English starter at times. So again, that's all of that stuff that goes under when it comes to Gallagher. The bottom of Chalobah had a good end to the season. He was not playing in the middle part of the season, the start of the season. He wasn't playing there. He was playing a lot more towards the end of the season for us. People seem to have forgotten about at all.
And the reason part of Gallagher's price tag is Everton, not last January, the January before, Everton came in and asked for 40 mil. When you look at the clubs that have been linked to Chalobah, or just not Chalobah, to Gallagher, Liverpool, Tottenham Hotspur, actual big clubs. You look at Nathaniel Chalobah or Trevor Chalobah, with all due respect to Chalobah, he's never been rated highly in the football world. Let's just be real. He's not rated highly.
Wow, This is prime stake, guys. Yeah, Armin Abdi
It's
is
not
not
prime.
involved.
It's not prime stake. It's a fact.
Fair enough then. It's a free transfer. All right. Yeah, Tosi is better than Chalobah. Please watch him before forming an opinion.
Bro,
Wow.
did he not play at Lorient?
Yeah, he did. He played at Lorient for a
Bro,
season.
he was a flop. He was a flop at Lorient.
Tosin is better than
Tuchel
Chalobah.
saved his career in the back three.
Prime
Tuchel gave him
apparently.
a career in the back three, man.
Burnley.
We're not doing this.
But Chalobah has a higher ceiling than Tosin. I don't know about that one. I think that one's a bit cheeky. I'd say, personally speaking, that one's a bit cheeky, if I may say so myself. Yeah. So Muniz and Broha are pretty much the same age, and we're saying Broha has potential. No, Ed, kid, you're not getting the point. You're right that Muniz has had a better season than Broha. Is probably currently better than Broha in terms of what he's done. The problem is, like, if you're trying to sell a guy like Broha, Chelsea can say, look at him. Look at the talent that he had at Southampton. Yeah, he's had a bad injury-ridden. He tore his ACL for 1 year. That's why he wasn't playing. Now he's come back this year. He's obviously had a weak comeback. But look, if he comes to your team, fresh start, new thing, away from Chelsea, everything like that, you can make that argument and you can say, oh, look at the potential he has. Still needs to, still needs to complete his game, everything like that. You can make an argument, yeah, that you can sell him fire. You know what Chelsea's like, Ed Kid. I'm pretty sure you would know as well. We should cut our losses on Disasi. The problem is, bro, it's too quick on Disasi, by the way. It's too quick on Disasi. I would just listen. I might be one of the few Disasi defenders here, but I feel like, yeah, if we should give Disasi 1 more year. It's a bit unfair on him to just, like, throw him to the walls after 1 year. Listen, a lot of players look terrible, under Poch. A lot of our centre backs look terrible under Poch.
Oh,
and Poch
speaking.
Yes.
3 years.
Prime, we can't hear you. Prime, we can't hear you, by the way. We can't hear you, Prime.
Hello, you can't hear me.
Now we can hear you. What were you saying previously, bro?
Oh, yeah, bro. Sorry to interrupt, but that guy that was talking waffle, Muniz is 23 years old. Bro has 22 years old, and he had a year out with an injury. So, anyways.
Fair enough. Prime would sell RJ. Forget Chalobah. Reece James. Yeah, well, listen. Just followed you, not letting me. Oh, is it? My bad, bro. All right, maybe I have to do it first, and that's the problem.
Kishan, message me and I'll send you the link.
Yeah. Message Prime and we'll send it to you. Tosin is better than Trev. I love him, but I watched both of them. If he comes, I'd be surprised if he doesn't walk into this team. That's how highly I rate him. Wow, big ratings from Iron Karma. Anderson, Crystal Palace would be great experience, Prem proven a good leader at the back. Would be interesting to see.
Facts.
Inter Milan are smaller than Inter Milan are small than Broha just has pulled for no reason. Fair enough. Broha would do good in Italy or France. I think Broha would do.
What do you mean Inter Milan?
I don't know, man. Listen, move on. Broha would do good in Italy or France. I think so. I think you know what? In France, a lot of their strikers in France, yeah. If you've got like a really good body frame, you can cook in there. By the way, so let's be real too. I would take Anderson out of Disasi in a heartbeat. Fair enough. First Prime. Scott Parker tax. Fair enough. Oliver, I'll send you the link if you'd like to come on Twitter. Broha's pace is muddled because of the ACL injury. Again, yeah, this is the thing about Broha that I think a lot of people are not realizing. Broha is a great player. Let's not get it twisted. But again, with him, he needs time. He probably needs to adapt his game now. And it's going to take time for a lot of these guys, bro. If Trevor's as good as people, why is no one pursuing? We're overrating him at this point. Fair enough. We need these Saudi clubs to drop 60 million on him. Saudi don't run Broha though. A Rampage 678, according to we don't know if they want him, but apparently he would be interested to go to Saudi. That's the point I'm trying to make. If Broha ends up in Saudi after people begged him to bench Jackson in December, you won't hear the end of it from me and Chris. Oh my god. Nah, man. Big up to my guy, beautiful game. Nice to see you, bro. What? So that's all right, bro. It's okay. Twerking for Tosin, are we? Listen, I'm sure Inter were in for him last year. Oh yeah, Inter Milan were into for Broha, no?
No. He's trying to say Inter Milan were in for Chalobah last year, and yet they didn't make any sort of requirement.
To be fair, like if we're being honest about Inter Milan, listen, Inter Milan, great top team, but they also have they also
Inter Milan, they would have bought Chalobah to be a backup centre back.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro.
I'm right. He's a backup level centre back.
Do you just not? Apparently, there's something about Gallagher that's come up, by the way. Oh, breaking. Chelsea would like to keep Conor Gallagher, but he may be sacrificed to maximize their financial power under PSR rules. Again, John Cross of the Mirror. Again, I don't know how reliable John Cross is, by the way. I know I've actually read his paper in the Daily Mirror, by the way, because he's from the Daily Mirror, but I don't know how reliable he is. That's the problem. Like I don't know how reliable he is when it comes to Chelsea, when it comes to like Arsenal again. I know he's reliable for Arsenal somewhat, but like again for Chelsea, I have no idea. But hey, never rated Chalobah the last 5 games, to be honest. Wow, Billy G, say it how it is, big man. Now, if Tosin cleans up the mistake he's classed, way higher ceiling. Again, thank you, Rampage. Wow, a lot of comments coming in, guys. Keep up these comments. I'm drowning in comments, as you could say.
Hey, yo, pause.
I'm drowning in comments. How that's not crazy. We're all building a bubble. Hope it doesn't burst when the season starts as it has previously under the current ownership. 100%, Dr. Raj. Again, I think for me, I've just come to the realization this is the type of players that they want, and as such, man, I've just got to learn, read, and understand these players, isn't it? Listen, scouting departments are opening up across the leagues. You know what I mean? Premier League already had that's the hometown. La Liga, I've always watched that. To be honest, same with Serie A.
You don't have a scout network in La Liga. Don't do that.
Listen, scout network in La Liga just formed 2 years ago. You know what I mean? We're still building. We're still working out there. You know what I mean? Still building. Still working out there.
Oh, I haven't got any more. You need new scouts.
I haven't got the scouts yet in South America or North America. I might need to get a North American correspondent soon. I'm hearing 14-year-olds are getting sold there for like crazy amounts of money.
Your scouts in Spain lied to you about Sorloth, and your scouts in France rate Bradley Barcola. So let's not do this.
My scouts in France, man, they don't lie, man. My scouts in France don't lie. My scouts in France, they don't lie, man. I'm telling you for sure, man. I'm telling you, man. Barcola, listen, if they get Kvaratskhelia, I'm telling you, Chelsea, if you're smart, you go in for Barcola on the left wing. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you, man. If Chelsea is a smart team, as I like to think they are, left wing Barcola next season, my God, man, we're gonna be feeding a lot of families, man. Families will be fed with the way he plays. You're gonna be feeding families, man. They're gonna be feeding families, bro. That's all I have to say.
You're gonna be feeding Ahmed's children, man.
Listen, future children, hopefully, man. Yeah. Did Maresca work with Tosin at City? I know that.
Yes, he did in the academy.
Oh, and listen, big up to my guy Keyshawn.
Yes, big up everyone. What's going on? I'm good,
doing
man.
good, bro.
On break, man.
Yeah, man. We're just talking about Chalobah right now, and we're having an argument in regards to Chalobah and Broha. Why one is being sold higher than the other, and Prime's take is that potential is the reason why they're trying to say that Broha is worth more.
Not even just that. People rate Broha higher than Chalobah. Chalobah's also much older. Broha is younger.
Broha definitely has more potential. Like there's still something. There's a player in Broha, Like Chalobah's definitely good. He's a solid player, but I think, he's like a high ceiling, low floor. High floor, low ceiling kind of guy. You feel me? That's what I meant to say.
I think I know who this person is, but
Joey.
Do you know who? I think. Joey. Oh yeah. If you have him a message, that's fair enough. I think I know who he is.
What is Twitter, Joey?
Yep, you can do the research for that one, Prime. I'll leave that one to you. I'll leave that one to you, my friend. A lot of players struggle under Poch due to Poch's outdated training methods. I agree. Listen, I always have a fight with people on I think it was on Mo's channel in regards to the training thing of a fellow Somali brother. I think his name is Mohammed Salad, and he was saying to me, God forbid I ask players to do professional athletes to run, and I was like, we're not being serious with that one, man. We're not serious if you're saying that, man, because every player is not the same. You know what I'm saying to you? There's some players where they injure easily. There's okay. There's also players that the type of training does not work for them at all. Like, you know what I mean? This is not the olden days where everyone had to run 100 meters back and forth non-stop. You know what I mean? Everyone had to do the same thing. Like, this is not reality anymore, man. Like, we've got sports science that's like at the apex of things. Like, where we're telling you eat this certain amount of food, do this certain amount of reps, and you're in peak physical condition. Like, what are we doing here? Like, you know what I'm saying? This for me is like, an illogical fallacy, in my personal opinion, bro. It's just an illogical fallacy. Not all players are gonna be fit, strong, and powerful, bro. That's all it is at the end of the day. Broha is low budget. Evan Ferguson. Wow. Oh my god. Why are we hating on him that bad? That's kind of insane, bro. Big up to my guy Oliver, bro. How you doing, bro?
Budget Evan Ferguson. I mean, I get it, I guess, but even still, people rate Evan Ferguson. People rate Broha. Chalobah's not rated, so.
That actually, you know what, Prime? Yeah, that's a very good point you brought up, bro. I hadn't thought about the fact that why is no one else going after Chalobah, by the way, other than like Bayern and like United, obviously, as of recently. Like, I had never thought of it. I'd never thought of it on that.
Chalobah, listen,
big up to my guy Joey. Nice to meet you, bro.
I'm honest about it.
I think I've met you before.
Chalobah's a backup level centre back. That's why Inter wanted him. I think that was when Skriniar went to PSG, and Inter wanted to bring him in to be a backup. And Chalobah has experience playing in a back three. I'm not insulting Chalobah. I'm just being honest about him.
Oh no, I hear you, bro. 100%, bro. Yeah.
Joey, what's your thoughts on all this?
Whoa! By the way, guys, I know this is the Chelsea.
You
I know
muted,
this is,
by the way.
but yeah, you're muted, Joey. But I just want to say before we go this, I know this is not Chelsea necessarily, but like, listen, it's kind of interesting. Bruno Fernandes' agent Miguel Pino met with several top clubs around Europe this week. Bruno remains fully focused on United. The final decision on his future is not done yet, but key word here is that he's meeting up with other people. So interesting to see what happens to him at the end of the day. But we move. But now going back to the Chalobah stuff, what are your thoughts, Joey? Quickly.
You can hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now. We can hear you now.
Okay, cool. My thoughts is sell everybody that pisses everybody off.
Wow,
that's my thoughts. Because honestly, bro, the way that I look at things now is like no matter what happens, someone's gonna get upset about it. So now at this point, like as much as I like Chalobah, I understand why they're selling him. I get it. Like I actually get it. And you know what? If we sell Tosin, if we get Tosin and we sell Tosin in 2 years, I'll get it because he's free. Like I get it. Like I get 100%. The aspect of business. Like part of this is a business now. Like as much as none of us want to admit to it, it's like it is a business. This is not Roman eating money and throwing it up at Chelsea. Like this is what it is now. Until we get a stadium that can make us sustainable, we're gonna continue to see this. And like,
of course. And
of course, we're going to have to stockpile on talent because how else are we going to be able to afford players like a Caicedo or a Enzo in the future when we want to get that type of player again? So hopefully we won't have to because some of these players will develop into those types of 100 million pound players. But
of course, in regards to this one, quickly before you
everyone that pisses people off.
The problem is they kind of
every divisive person, even if it ends up being Enzo. Yeah.
Oh yeah, my God! You know what, Prime, bro? You need to let this go. Even for me,
let me answer that, Prime, because you know how much I love him. If he doesn't want to, if he can't stay healthy, bro, then yeah.
By the way, Jerry, I don't know if you've heard my take on Reece James. I've maintained this season I would preferably like either an academy guy to be on the bench to be in my right back cover, or you bring in another guy just in case as a contingency plan, because unless I see Reece James play a full 5 or 10 90-minute games in a row, I can't trust that guy to be, my starting right back.
Well, I think whoever is the manager though has to be a lot smarter on how he's being used. To be honest,
of course,
Like it's like I do think that us inverting him into the midfield probably saves his legs a bit. And him not having to do like a bunch of sprints and him just stepping up into the midfield and controlling that area as a midfielder like he used to play when he was at Wigan. He used to play midfielder for Wigan. He used to play DM for Wigan, like when he got loaned out to him. So, like,
Remember
Yeah.
when? Oh yeah.
I mean, I
watched
never
that
hated Kukurea. I always gave him a chance. Everybody just hates on people that so quickly. I just hate complaining. The amount of complaining that people do for this club is ridiculous. Literally earlier today, we had Lorenz come into the chat. I was saying I just hate people complaining. I'm like, yo, Lorenz, you're one of those complainers. And then he goes and he tweets about he goes and he says another complaint right after that. It's like we have no idea how to just take it as it is. Like I'm upset we signed Enzo as our manager, but I'm not going to sit here and complain every bit about it.
Yeah, I can't. Listen, at the end of the day, as I always say, you can't control. You know what I mean? But what's not in our hands? It's pretty much as simple as that at the end of the day. So if we can't control it, we just got to move on from this. But listen, final topic, and I want to talk about, and that's on the goalkeepers. You know what I mean? I think that's Prime's second favorite subject after Reece James, I think. What your thoughts on that one, Prime? You know what I mean? Goalkeepers. I know your goalkeeper knowledge is not much better than mine. You know? I start to troll, but I need to stop trolling you. But on a serious note, there's been actually some news in regards to a possible transfer for James Trafford from Burnley, obviously relegated. £20 million is the fee for him, allegedly. What are your thoughts on him? Because again, I was having this discussion yesterday with my guy Vic, and I was saying he seems to be very good in the ball from what I've seen from him, at least when I was watching him at Burnley. I just think the saving, whenever I've watched him try to actually go for saves and stuff like that, I'm not too sure on him personally. You know what I mean?
Why are we going for a guy who couldn't even start for Burnley, bro?
I don't know, bro. This is the thing
people,
for me.
People forget that he got benched for that other guy who played against us the second. Yeah. He got benched for that guy.
You have to ask these guys, man. I don't know why. I'm hearing he's linked. There's obviously Bento that's been linked, obviously.
You know why he's linked? He's part of the City Academy. Every kid that's part of the City Academy will eventually be linked because of Joe Shields.
Yeah,
it's gonna literally be that. It's literally just that, right? Like
Fair
every
enough,
single one has been linked because of Joe Shields, and this kid played in the City Academy with Lavia, with Palmer, with all these kids. Like he's already played with them.
Like Broha is better than Trafford. Well, thank you for that comment, Joe. Much appreciated as always. You know who I actually who I think the Villarreal goalkeeper is pretty good. I know that for sure. The Las Palmas goalkeeper from he's actually very good with his feet, by the way. The Las Palmas goalkeeper, his name escapes me. I'm surprised they haven't gone after him. Actually, he'd be a cheaper option than the Villarreal guy. But the Villarreal guy was the best shot stopper in the league last season, for Villarreal.
He also had a lot of shots at him.
Yeah. Again, that could almost be like with a relegation goalkeeper, the Sunderland goalkeepers. He remembers everyone used to go for the Sunderland goalkeepers every single time because they would face crazy shots, they'd make crazy saves all the time.
Begovic ended up being pretty decent. Begovic ended up being pretty decent.
That's how Millionaire got his move to Liverpool from Sunderland. Yep. And that's how Pickford got his move to Everton from Sunderland.
I think so.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
So Pope got to Newcastle.
Wow, damn.
Oh,
thanks.
Wait, no, he was at Burnley before that, though. Did he go to Burnley?
Burnley to Newcastle. Yeah,
Burnley to Newcastle. Yeah,
because he's facing shots, and it's the same logic.
Big up to my guy Chelsea Perspective. I think I've seen you before, bro. Thanks for being in the comments, bro. Big up to my guy Jared. He said, "Costa release rules again, man. This is the problem. They're not going after him, bro. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people's preferred option is Diogo Costa, but I don't know, man. No one wants to go after him, it seems like. He's another one, I'm surprised.
You know what's weird, though? Is that it's not even just us. There's, not that many links for him.
Again, I don't know if you were listening to us previously, Joe. I was making a point about the striker that's at Lille, Jonathan David, right? Mm-hmm. He's doing really well in League. No one's going after him though. I don't know what's going on.
I did see Atletico Madrid that was actually really keen on him. But I get more news on those type of guys out here than you probably do over there.
Yeah. Again, I hear you,
he's Canadian.
Exactly.
The kid's Canadian, so I'll probably we get we got the new. I got news on what's it called? What's his face? The guy, the Leeds old Leeds manager being the candidate, Canada's manager before
Jesse Marsh.
Yeah, Jesse Marsh. Before they actually like released it publicly.
We were like these guys who think they can fix toxic man, the goalkeeper. Oh my god! Listen, I hope we don't go for James Trafford personally. If you go for the Villarreal goalkeeper, I'll be meh on it. But again, I just feel like right now you probably want to bring in guys because you already have a lot of like potential right now, guys that are like trying to actually improve. In the team, you probably want a one or two surefires right now, and I just don't know about
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah, and I don't know why we're not doing that, bro.
Do we need another goalkeeper?
Well, apparently, you think he's getting sold if you don't know Sanchez.
No. But no one cares about Sanchez. I'm talking about Petrovic.
I don't know, bro, but maybe the reason why they're trying to bring in another. If you look at the guys they're trying to bring in, very similar, I would say to Well, not so similar to Petrovic. Because Petrovic has a bit less like I would say better EXP than the fact that he's been at the MLS, whereas these have been in the top 5 leagues. You can make the argument for, but again, they're probably trying to get someone to compete with him. That's what I think is the reality. Because I don't know, maybe they just felt when Sanchez left, Petrovic probably was a bit more better than him, and that's probably what it is, isn't it? And like, I don't know, man. We'll see, man. Again, I'm just like these a lot of these transfers we're getting right now are very tentative. I think that's the best word to use. Like until we see stuff happen, unless it's like the Villarreal goalkeeper who've actually.
You should use a different website for stats. By the way, this website sucks.
This by the way, I tried to look for the fullback we're trying to buy from Brazil. They had no stats on him. So it was a bit useless for me actually. So I kind of agree on that one. I can fix him.
Lima.
Yeah, there's literally no stats in him. Genuinely, Prime, there was no stats in him, bro. I couldn't believe it. I was like, no way.
Why don't you use what's that stat website everyone uses? I can't remember it.
It may be, maybe not. Data MB. Oh, I think that might be actually. Let me read that while I'm doing. Guys, you can always super chat if you like.
I thought it was Data Mob MOB, but maybe I'm wrong.
Fair enough. Why the hell did he just do this? I didn't even go onto YouTube. Fair enough. Hey, fair enough. Use data my big go. Oh,
did you guys already talk Osimhen? Because I really like to have a conversation of Osimhen.
Oh, that's actually listen, man. Please do, man. Listen, you got Prime here, the ultimate.
That's the whole reason I'm having this conversation.
Go ahead, bro.
I've been on the same page for this for a little over a year now. So like, bro, I've been saying this all day. I said it on Lewis's stream. I really believe that it doesn't make sense. It actually doesn't make sense that we're not still in for him. And I remember I was telling you about that whole. I'm gonna say it on the stream. Do not be surprised if we end up back in Europa by Monday, Monday, Tuesday. Do not be surprised if we end up in Europa. Okay, like there's a serious from what I've been reading on this whole Manchester United Nice thing, there is no exceptions to this. There has not been an exception to this rule ever. So both Nice and Manchester United are not going to allow to be in Europa together because Ineos owns at least 30% of both of them.
But isn't it that they have to prove that they don't they don't run both Nice?
Essentially, what they would have to do, yeah.
They can't have over 30% ownership. That's the number. Yeah. They have to have under 30% ownership. It's actually like 28%.
So basically,
but they bought 25% of Man United, so they're fine.
No, but remember the difference is United's, but they have footballing control of United, so they have to relinquish the footballing control at United for them to be in Europa. And the thing about the Nice thing is, I think what's his name? Sir Jim Ratcliffe. It was like an overall majority. I think he owns quite a big majority.
He owns a giant majority of Nice. Yeah. He owns close to 70% of Nice. Yeah. So basically now that it's been out in the open that he has football control of both of these teams. One of these teams. The one team that has the lowest league ranking will end up dropping into a conference league spot.
So
And
Joey,
this has been confirmed. Okay, this has been confirmed by 3 to 4 different reporters now, and this is like, and one of them that I was following yesterday, I tweeted it in there. I sent it in the group chat yesterday. Said pretty much they're not going to get it, even if it's not us. I'm just saying the whole Manchester United thing is something to watch. Because it's been something to watch for a last 2 or 3 weeks, and to Monday is supposed to be UEFA's decision for them.
How does it work? Because
it's a stretch for sure. It's a stretch for sure.
I remember.
I'm telling you that it's definitely possible because it happened with Salzburg had to release football in control. The RB team had to release football in control out of Salzburg.
Yeah, Joey,
they had to release football in control out of Toulouse when Milan. Like these are all things that actually have happened. That's what I wanted to ask you about, because I remember it was a problem with Leipzig and Salzburg, but that got sorted out, and I didn't know how it got sorted out. So it got sorted out because they relinquished football in control to somebody outside of their ownership group.
Yeah,
okay. Basically, is how it happened.
Yeah, but listen,
and it's not necessarily. It's not necessarily. It's not let's say if they think they would let. The reason why there's that rule is in place has nothing to do with any of these English squads. It's to stop Arabic squads. It's to stop Arabic countries from owning 5 or 6 different teams, like PSG just buying up a couple other teams and then just running a team in
100%
league. You know, that's the whole reason why that rule is even in place. It has nothing to do with these type of European teams. But the Americans and Europeans have found it beneficial to buy multiple teams, even if it's not going to, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
I want to actually go back to this.
Sorry, before you go, how does it work for City then? Because Girona, they finished the third.
They sold a part of Girona last year. Go look it up. They sold it down to 18% last year.
They're on 47%. It's the same that Brian did. It's the same thing that Brian did with Union and Saint Joa. They just reduced the actual stake.
So you can only own 30%, is it, or 28%?
No. So
it's like 25 or 28%, and you can't have football in control.
As long as you have a minority stake. And you're not in football in control, you're kind of fine.
So but it's a minority stake. When you say minority stake, here's the thing that people keep on misconstruing. When you say minority stake, it means you don't have the most of the club. That's what a minority stake.
Less than 50%, basically.
It could be less than 50%. It's just who has the most invested in the club. Like for us, it would be Clear Lake. It's crazy that we bust Bully's ass all the time for everything, but he literally has nothing to do with a lot of it. It's mostly Clear Lake.
So what about
and I'm just it's hope, bro. It's hope.
Yeah, right? Listen, man.
What about Strasbourg? How does that work then?
So if Strasbourg finished above, say Strasbourg finished 4th this year or 5th this year, right? Say Strasbourg finished 5th this year in their league, and we finished 6th, right? Strasbourg would get priority. Strasbourg would get priority of the competition, and then that us Chelsea would go down.
Okay.
Like we would go down to Conference League.
So it's on league finish, not on. So winning a trophy doesn't make the difference. It's league finish. Okay.
Correct.
Exactly.
If you go into the Lewis's group chat, I have the tweet for the rules in there.
Oh, fair enough. Actually, perfect then. Listen, I'm gonna move on rather quickly, and I want to talk about Osimhen because obviously we've spoken about him previously, but I want to hear what your take is because, like, I think for me with Osimhen, I think he's a good striker again. I think for me that. Again, is he going to fit this new guy system? I have no idea yet. I still need to read more up on whether or not he's going to fit or not. But
you will. He fits perfectly.
All right, then fair enough. Then would you like him? And then do you think I think the question I have to ask: do you think the club is willing to go above and beyond, essentially, to go and get him? That's the question I would have to ask. I think.
I guess
I don't know.
I guess I don't know if that's the right question. You want to know why?
What would your question be then?
My question is ADL really gonna hold on to a guy who doesn't want to be at his club and has been racially abused at his club for another year, and potentially lose him on a free? Because, or I think he has 2 years, right? So he has 2 years left on it, or one.
So it's like I think he's got. If he re-signed a new contract. If I'm not mistaken. No, I think
So, yeah, I just wonder that, right? Because here's the question now, right? Antonio Conte has come in to Napoli. We all know that now. It's been confirmed by Fabrizio Romano.
Of course.
Fabrizio, he's gonna want his own players. True or no? Antonio Conte, if we know anything about Antonio Conte, he's gonna want his own players.
You know what? Let's bring up Mr. Safa. I've got his picture up right now from Fabrizio's thing. Bring up.
I'm glad. By the way, I'm glad those two have clubs now, so the Chelsea fans can stop crying about Conte winning.
Jose ended up at Fenerbahce.
I like this. Big up to them.
Yo, they must be paying him buku money to be at Fenerbahce.
Yeah, I mean, listen, big up Jose. You know, legend of course. Conte.
Conte gave me honestly.
Here's the question, right? Here's the real question in the end. Is ADL gonna go and sell his prized possession Georgian to PSG before he sells Osimhen? That's the question that you should be answering. Because because nobody else can afford, nobody's gonna afford to pay, no one's gonna pay for Osimhen other than us. No one's gonna even get close to the numbers. Like that's the realistic.
I think like you're bringing in Antonio Conte, meaning you want to win a league title within the next 2 years. Meaning
2 years, 3
you
years.
need money for Conte to spend. Napoli don't have the money, so they're going to have to sell Osimhen and probably Kvaratskhelia.
That is true. That's why I said to Prime, I could see a universe where PSG just do a double sweep.
They won't do a double sweep. But this is, again, Joey, this is why Lukaku makes sense. Napoli can budge all they want. I believe we'll get Osimhen, but it'll be very late in the window.
That's what I'm saying, Prime. That's what I'm saying,
8 mil Lukaku plus a young player. We've got plenty of them.
Whoever Antonio Conte wants from our squad, right? Whatever young player Antonio Conte will play, pretty much.
And the thing is, right?
Because he's not playing many of these young players.
Antonio won't even care because he won't play any of them, so he won't care which one it comes.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh my god.
True. It'll probably be Cassidy because who really cares?
Cassidy because he's Italian. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I could see him playing Cassidy. Actually, I could see him playing Cassidy off the bench.
Yeah. Well, off the bench. Yeah.
The thing is, man,
it's gonna be a deadline day thing. I swear it's Prime. I swear it's gonna be another deadline day, 100 million.
I personally just I don't need that, man.
Another deadline day, so 3 back-to-back deadline days. Yo, that's what I'm saying. That's what's gonna end up happening, bro.
Hey, tell Lewis to be ready, man.
That's gonna be crazy, by the way. If we get another deadline day, by the way, for Chelsea,
I'm saying, yo, would you be surprised though? Would you be surprised?
I think in the next week or two, if we don't hear any link to strikers or some sort of agreement to a striker, then I'm expecting deadline day stuff to happen at Chelsea.
Yeah, and the thing is, Joey, right? The links to strikers will die down, right? Yep. Chelsea will be linked to Sesko. Yep. Arsenal will buy Sesko. Yep. And then all of a sudden, you'll hear, Chelsea are going to go with Jackson for another season.
If that happens, man, hey. I'm here for it.
Game week 1, Jackson misses that first sitter, and all of a sudden,
Why are you doing this to my guy, man? You can't do this to my guy Jackson. Man. I'm not here.
Deadline day.
By
Sports.
If you, all right, I'm just saying, if there's a ownership group that likes to make a splash, especially like to be the headline and to be making a splash, it's this ownership group, and it's not even with this sport. Like they just did it with another goddamn sport, bro. They just spent like $100 million on like his contract's $100 million for Otani.
Yeah, it's crazy. Listen, I just think for me again, and I'll say, if it will happen, it will happen. Like, if I don't hear any news about a new striker in the next week or so, that means something's they're doing something, man. But listen, I'm gonna call it here today. You know what I mean? Hour and a half. I can't believe I actually got to an hour and a half. There was like only like so little news today. I thought they were gonna announce the actual manager, but it seems like he's gonna get announced on Monday, I think, from the looks of it. So we move. But any last words, anyone, before we we peace out as usual?
Hope everyone has a good weekend.
Lovely. All right. And Prime, let's just do this before Prime says something about Reach James. Lovely. All right.